Hi guys, welcome back to In Case of Econ Struggles. Welcome to another AP Micro Struggle. Today we're starting Unit 5 with topic 5.1, which is about factor markets. Now factor markets are going to work much the same way as just a normal good in terms of supply and demand. We're going to focus mainly on the labor market for this unit. And again, as we go through, feel free to put any questions or comments in the comment section below. So here's what you need to know in terms of this topic, or topic 5.1. You need to know, similarly to the fact that marginal cost equals marginal revenue for a firm, marginal cost needs to equal marginal benefit when we talk about inputs or factors. We're going to talk about supply and demand, again specifically for labor, and that is going to be the running example throughout this video. So timestamps are below if you would like to jump around. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So here's the motivating example for this topic. This is Bill. Bill owns a coconut farm. I'm going to call the number of coconuts that he makes Y, and I'm going to say that he can make $10 for every coconut that he sells. So now Bill is trying to figure out how many people he should hire. Let's just call them all Leonas, or the number of workers, or else. And you can see this is the number of Leonas that he's considering hiring. This right here, this is the amount of extra coconuts he can make with one more Leona. So this is the marginal benefit of hiring an additional worker or an additional Leona. And I'm going to turn that into money terms. The way I'm going to turn that into dollars is just by multiplying the extra Y by $10 per coconut. So you can see when he hires his first worker, Bill can make 4 extra coconuts. That's worth $40. It only costs $5 to hire Leona, so you can see that's definitely worth it. Same if he can make 2 coconuts, that's still $20 in terms of the extra revenue he can get because the marginal benefit of another Leona is 2 coconuts, which is better than $5. And we're going to keep going all the way until right here, until 4 extra Leonas, because at the 4th extra Leona, Bill can produce an extra half coconut. That half coconut is worth $5. That's exactly equal to what it costs to hire that Leona, so we're going to hire 4 people. So you can see it's really similar to the profit maximization, where we said marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost, but now it's not necessarily marginal revenue, it's the marginal benefit or the marginal product of hiring an additional worker, which is the value of product that we can make with that extra person, which is worth $5 at 4, because it's half a coconut, and a coconut is worth $10. That's exactly equal to the marginal cost of hiring a Leona, which is the wage. So we have other inputs we can do. Again, we're going to focus on labor, but just so that you have an idea, you can also use capital, which has a rental rate, or land, which you might say has a rental rate or a ground fee. So now that we know that we're finding where the marginal benefit is equal to the marginal cost, we can graph this. This graph is going to look a little different, so let's walk through it. The reason why this is going to look a little different is because this is the firm side. So labor demand is actually how many workers Bill wants to hire, and labor supply is going to be how many people are outside Bill's coconut farm wanting to apply for the job. So if we think about the wage, or those $5 that we paid Leona, and the number of Leonas who are applying for this job, notice that when wage is really high, so let's think about this wage level right here. This high wage, this means that firms don't want to hire a lot of Leonas because it's really expensive for Bill to hire another person, but there are a lot of people who are willing to work for that high wage, so you can see that our labor supply is really high because it's all the way over here to the right. And the amount of workers that firms want to hire is really low because the wage is really high, and that's represented by the fact that this is really far to the left. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to find where supply equals demand. So that's right here. So that's going to be our W star, which we said was 5, and our L star, which we said was 4. So this is just a brief introduction to the factor market, specifically the labor market. If you have questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. But if this video or these videos in general are helping you and you haven't done so yet, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time for another case of Econ Struggles.